The next one is, all right, what if you do not have an authentic documentation, right? Okay, you only have a copy of the documentation that you attach to the first information report. All right, okay, so if you do not have a copy, maybe because it has been destroyed, maybe because it has gone missing, or maybe because you know, you keep it in the digital and it is being corrupted and it's no way for it to be recovered, but you have a copy of it, right? In that way, that copy need to be certified as well. All right, okay, so you will have the original one. You will also have some document that need to be certified that it is the same as the truth. Those can be included in the first information report. Yeah, all right. Next one. Okay, right. So after you have the information report, then you have to classify in that whether the offense that you are going to charge is called seizable offense or non-seizable offense. Really very funny. All right, okay, the word seizable offense or non-seizable offense. Under section 109, police officer may investigate without order to investigate. So they can just ran into, but then order, right? Order to investigate is not warrant to, all right, enter into the property. So you still need warrant to enter, but then you have an order to investigate. Usually we will call the people to do that. Lack of power to investigate does not affect the validity of the proceeding. So as far as you are concerned, you do not have this power to enter into somebody else or the suspect location or accommodation. Yeah, all right, okay, it is the police, and the police will be the one that is committed to it. Right, okay, right. Any question with what is seizable and what is not seizable? You know it already. Okay, now then what happened after you have already get the information, get everything ready? So here come the end. Then you are handing over to the prosecutor. The prosecutor will be the one to run lagi the investigation to make sure everything is correct. If you are going to charge that person, with theft, then you will know there will be a warrant to arrest him. Tapi, right, in order to do that, there are some steps to be taken. Right? Okay, what will be necessary? You now need to know that the identification that you write in the first of your report is actually correct. Right? Sometimes IC number is wrong. Sometimes they send you on a parking lot. All right, you park on the wrong one. Sometimes it happens with the MBSA when they write the offense little paper over there. They, instead of putting the correct number of your license plate, they somehow mistaken the the number on that license plate. Right, that one does not indicate to you, so you don't have to pay. All right, okay. So identification is the one that the police and the prosecutor will check. All right, okay. By the time it's in the prosecutor, all right, the prosecutor will now hold on the evidence that you have seized, all right, that the police have already seized, compiled it. Sometimes, all right, the information, the first information report, it's no more and important materials, because by now the police will have their own report, and that will be a report signed by the superintendent. Right, okay. Now, right, now sometimes when you list down a long list of people to be involved in the interview for the police to go and check, sometimes the police will not look into that long list because they have their own methods of investigation, or they have their own influence over the information that they want to check. So don't be disappointed. All right, okay. Sometimes at the end of the day, after your hard work of a few months of preparing your first information report to be handed over, all right, the police find that all that is not pointing to a sufficient information to charge the person. All right, okay, it's not sufficient just to know someone lose, someone gain. All right, it's not sufficient to know that you have intention. It's not sufficient to know that you have spent the money and when you don't have the money to spend. All right, okay, so what will be the one that the prosecutor will look for in order to complete the charge? What will be the sufficient ground to proceed, right? With a sufficient ground to proceed based on the first information report and circumstances after more question and interview have been carried out by the police, all right, before the police hand over the matter to the prosecutor. Some prosecutor, which is if you are charging people, the AG will be the one that charge, right? Okay, some prosecutor feels, all right, what you recommended in the section is not good enough, or it is good enough, all right? So sometimes, and most of the time, we do not want to charge people with 46 count of CBT. At the end of the day, he is not, all right, committing CBT or corruption. Why? Because all those transfer of money, moving money, allocation of money, it's all done in his capacity that he have the authority to do so. All right. So at the end of the day, all right, when people get arrested, sometimes you will need because you are charged with theft, you get arrested, go for the prosecution. That is not the end of your life. You will need to have a lawyer to look into the matter, right? It is easier to prosecute corruption. It is easier to to prosecute CBT theft on an ordinary person, right? Not because the political people or the higher up or the white collar crime are really immune to the prosecution. Bukan. All right. Kerana they have the authority to transfer money or bring privilege money. Why? Because that is their job. All right. As long as they're doing it within their four walls or of their job. Right, in the specification KPI of their job, they are doing it correct. If you want to arrest a person with authority, all right, into corruption, when he is the director, when he is the minister, or when he is the Ketua Negeri, you have to prove not the same element of theft, not the same element of cheating or CBT. You have to prove those elements plus this word, ultravirus. Ultravirus, his capacity as a person who holds the post with authority. So if you want to charge a prime minister, all right, with corruption or CBT or cheating, all right, or theft, all right, you will have to prove that element together with one element called ultravirus, his duty. And that one is in the Constitution. So if you can't prove ultravirus, what is ultravirus? You all are company law student, isn't it? Right? You've done company, you heard the word ultravirus. Are you following me? Anyone understand the meaning of the word ultravirus? Amir Bahri?
Ultravirus.
Azwan.
I think that then beyond the authority, I think.
Yeah, beyond the capacity that he is entitled.
Beyond.
Betul.
It's something that he don't have capacity, but he acting that he can do it. Oh, okay.
Betul. You are very true. Tapi let me just say into the situation. After all, you are forensic. Okay. What is the what is the time frame of working hours of a prime minister?
No time frame.
That's right. No time frame. So can a prime minister, all right, call for a meeting at 4 o'clock in the morning?
Yes.
Okay, right. What is the limit? What is limit? So if he is within the time frame, what is the limit that says he doesn't have capacity? That makes him guilty. What would be the limit? What would be? Azwan, when you want to go for a meeting with your boss, what would be the ruling of the meeting? Meeting mesti ada siapa?
Quorum.
Meeting the chairman.
Chairman, secretary, semua tu kita panggil siapa? Quorum. Dalam meeting,
Quorum.
yeah, the rule of meeting is that you can have the meeting at 4 o'clock because you're a prime minister. You don't have a working time frame. All right. So I have to wake up and attend the meeting. But meeting must be with full quorum. If the meeting is about transferring money in a big amount to certain account, the quorum must be, it's all stated in the meeting rules of the company. Yeah. All right, quorum must be these people must be there. So if the quorum is not enough, could it be ultravirus as well?
It cannot because if we have if want to make decision, I think 2 over 3 in quorum can decide the decision, I think.
Tak boleh. All right. When you need to have a meeting and you make a decision on money, you have to follow the condition of the quorum that is stated in your AA and MA of the company. Article of association and memorandum of your association will tell you how many people must attend the quorum, the meeting at 4 o'clock. So he has capacity to call the meeting at 4 o'clock, but does he have a capacity to make a signature? All right, in front of the proper quorum? No. Misalnya no. Tapi itu bukan kerja kita kan. Kita tunggulah result nanti. Jadi kalau not enough quorum, alright, even though the time frame is good, it's still ultra virus. Okay, boleh? Let's say for example, in order to transfer big amount of money from one account into another account, dia ada pegawai pengulu kat tengah situ. That man must sign. Alright, okay. Now, if that man have signed, alright, tapi quorum still is not enough, it is still also ultra virus for the person who initiate. Macam tu, susah dan senang. Alright, same thing, as long as you transfer money within the, bukan kerana time frame dia, tapi within the capacity. Alright, that you have, for example, let's say I am the president of Malaysia. I'm also I am also minister for Ugama. Let's say it happens. Alright, that it is me in my country. I'm the minister. In my constitution says that. Alright, as minister of Ugama, I will be able to, alright, provided it's agreed by the other jawatan kuasa agama, alright, to transfer money into the sekolah agama of my choice. And the name of the sekolah doesn't have to be gone through into the lembaga meeting. Alright, so if I do that, alright, I have a lot of money because I'm the president of Malaysia. All right, I set up some portion. All right, I go for a meeting. With the other people that is important in the lembaga, and I make that decision. And it so happened the school that I choose is the school that belongs to my husband. All right, and the student that is inside that school are all my cronies, family members from all over Malaysia. All right. And then even up to the cook, up to everybody, and everyone in that, all right, okay, is receiving salaries, payment, allowances, all triple more than any other sekolah agama in Malaysia. On the face value, it will be considered that it is within the ultravirus, within the power given. But what is ultravirus? The ultravirus if the transfer semua betul. Alright. Okay, apa yang ultravirus? The ultravirus is if there is an act says, alright, payment for the pekerja sekolah agama must be this much amount. but I've authorized the payment to that school 3 times more, then I am misappropriating money, or I am committing apa? Cheating. Right? Okay, cheating. I cheat. Cheating, you know the person that you are taking money from.